Well, good morning, everybody. I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to go to work today. I just want to lay right there and snuggle. It's been raining pretty hard for the last couple hours. Oh, man. So, Christmas Eve for me. New Year's Day or day after or New Year's Eve. Something like that for you guys. But I have to get up. I have to go to work. I have to make money. Until we hit that lottery. Fingers crossed. But alright, let's get up. Make sure we have everything secured and put away and where it needs to be. Which way I know we do. But just do what you gotta do every day when you live in a van and you move. Make sure everything's all, set up. So we're going to go to work, then we're going to end up coming back out here, and I don't know what we're going to get into other than that today. We'll probably stop at a grocery store if there's one open. I should do something for Christmas Day dinner. Obviously I won't be going into town, to get something because everything's going to be closed, except maybe a Chinese joint. Or is that on Thanksgiving? I don't know. But alright, I gotta get cleaned up and dressed to get to work, so we'll talk to you guys on the road. Yes, that's how dark it is. Oh, the lights are on. Alright, let's get out of here. What is that? What kind of tree berry? Oh man, I don't want to go to work. Don't make me go. I hope the rain stops tonight. I don't want to come out here and it be nasty. Tell you what, it had been cold this last couple days. We'd have a lot of snow though, I tell you that. It's really been raining. Alright, well, find the road here somewhere. There it is. Oh, wow, look at all that water. Ugh. One thing about the sand out here, it sucks that water up pretty well. But, I don't know, I regress. I got yogurt for breakfast, but I'm thinking about hitting a restaurant along the way. Nothing appeals to me. I mean, things sound good, but I know when I go get them, they ain't gonna be any good. Used to love McDonald's steak bagel. Last 2 times I've had that, it's been like the driest, horrible, thing I've ever had. Ugh. See if we see any car. It's really too dark for me to see off the road. See if anybody's parked in these spots. But, oh well. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, like I said, it was pouring last night. I mean, I got out probably 4:30. Didn't get out of bed till 6:30, but basically just laid there for the last 2 hours, listening to the rain pour on a roof. Which is kind of, I like I like that sound. I normally can sleep to that very well. It just, I knew I had to get up. And I actually like laying in bed better than sleeping. More enjoyable. You know what's going on, you know what I mean? Had some good dreams though last night, some weird ones. Wow, yeah, there's a lot of water in the road today. Alright, I'm just babbling. So, I'm going to drive to work. Maybe I'll get something to eat along the way, but either way, Christmas Eve, let's go to work. Alright guys, we're off work. We stopped at the grocery store. We got a little something to cook for Christmas dinner. Nothing exciting, but I'll tell you that tomorrow. But alright, we just fueled up. Let's get the heck to the woods and enjoy an evening alone outside. Alright, Merry Christmas Eve, guys. Get out of here. Hello, everybody. Obviously, we're back in the woods. For any of you who don't know, I go by the name Jellybean. I got that name while hiking the Pacific Crest Trail, and I continued to hike for about 2 years. And then I traveled around the country in my Kia Sorento. So welcome if you've never been here, and now I live in a van full time. But for tonight I thought I'd do something a little different. Since it's Christmas Eve for me, it's New Year's for you guys, I thought maybe we'd start out with just a little recap of the last year in my life. My solo fire pit that I love. So I hiked the Pacific Crest Trail, and I fell in love with long distance hiking and traveling. I've always loved traveling. Then I went back to work for a couple of years, and I was tired of living in the city. All I was doing was working. So about 16 months now ago, I quit my job, and I drove my Kia Sorento to my friend Hickory and his family's house down in Kentucky, and we built out the Sorento. And I traveled in that and lived out of it for about 8-9 months, maybe a little longer. And I enjoyed it, but it was just too small to live full time in, especially if it was going to be weather involved. And I was running out of money, so I was going to have to get a job. So I went and bought this van. And in end of June, early July, built this out with help from my friend Hickory again, into a full-time home. So just to get you up to speed, and now I have a full-time job. But I still live in the van, and I'm living in my happiest life ever. So yeah, this time last year I was in Arizona. Christmas I spent just outside of Phoenix. Beautiful little area there. Fortunately, thought I heard a coyote close. But fortunately, I didn't get a chance to do a lot of hiking there. Wish I had, but didn't get a chance to. Yeah, I just traveled, and so for last Christmas to this Christmas, obviously, we got rid of the Sorento. Unfortunately, it had some kind of issue with the transfer case. It would really jolt, and I was worried it was going to go, and then I'd just be stranded somewhere. So I ended up buying this van. I bought the van in California, then drove it all the way to Kentucky to build it out. I spent about a month actually about 5 or 6 weeks at my friend's house in Kentucky with their family. He's building out a farmhouse, a 100-year-old farmhouse. He's doing a great job. He's an excellent builder. And he helped me build this. He built my cabinets for me. Helped me do a lot of work in it. Then I've been upgrading it, as most of you all know, and it's gotten to where we are today. So we've got 300 amp hours of battery, diesel heater, 400 watts of solar, fridge, freezer, bathroom, water cabinet, kitchen cabinet, sink, overhead storage. So we've definitely upgraded from the Sorento. I still miss the Sorento though. That was a great car. Thing had a lot of muscle for that size car it was. This, not so much. Well, yeah, over the last 16 months, 16 months, we've been, I have not slept in a bed, a sticks and bricks bed, you know what I mean? I have a great bed in this, I love it. But I've not been in a conventional bedroom in 16 months. Now I don't miss it one bit. I love living in the van, I really do. I'm happier by far. Um, Not as much stress. My job isn't physical, it's mental. Um, so I'm no longer risking my life like it was at my last job. I was working maintenance at a factory, and very dangerous. One of the guys I worked with smoked pot all day, all darn shift, and I didn't trust working with him. The other guy wanted to sit out in the truck talking to his old lady all the time, or blow smoke up the supervisor's bum, telling him how great he was. Yeah, I didn't care for it. I was making really good money, but I wasn't happy, so I quit. Now I'm not making so much money, but I'm so much happier. Every night I can sleep in a different spot. You don't like your neighbors? Just pull away. Have I learned anything in this year? In 16 months? Yep. I need to be less impulsive. I need to think about my purchases a little more in depth. If I see something, it's like, okay, I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. And I've been putting money into the van as well. Put snow tires with studs on it for the winter. And for all of you that have never used studded tires, they give you a little traction. It's not like crampons and you're just going to on the road if it's icy. You're still going to slide. But if you drive slowly, you won't. You can get traction on the ice and a lot safer. This van without these, I would not be in a winter climate with this van. There was ice on the road right before I bought the tires, and I slid all over. I couldn't control the thing. So $1,000 for tires. I put about $1,500 in the van so far. I got another 1,000 to go. Shocks, brakes, rotors, ball joints, things like that nature. I just got to do the rotors, and I'm just waiting because it's put brand new pads and kind of hone down the rotor a little bit, so they're holding up. And I want them to start making noise again before I go and spend that $1,000 to get the new brake pads and rotors. But it drives, it's driving really nice. Just underpowered. But all in all, this year has been really good for me. I mean, mentally, I feel so much more at peace. It's hiking the long trails that I did changed me in a way. It just made me want to be always outside and more solitude. I mean, I like the company of others sometimes, but it's nice to be by yourself. And to do that, you really have to be happy in your own skin. And most of my life, I never have been. And now I'm much happier in my own skin now. I feel so much more at peace. So It's been a transformation. Those 2 years hiking and now almost 2 years living out of a vehicle and traveling. Now living in a vehicle and going to work every day, which isn't fun. I mean, not living in the vehicle. I mean, going to work every day. I'll be honest. I wish I didn't. Of course, don't we all? Don't we all wish we were independently wealthy and could just vacation permanently? But you never know. Maybe someday soon we can go back to traveling and these videos will get a lot more exciting. But yeah, it's just been a really great transformation from starting out in the Sorrento down in Arizona and then traveling throughout Southern Cal, Arizona. I did New Mexico, went up into Utah, Colorado. Great time traveling in the Sorrento. That was definitely a very nice way to travel, really. Now, with the battery system I had in the Sorrento, as you guys know, it's not conducive to a van. I don't think the power supplies, the Blue Eddies and things like that, are a really good thing for a van. I know people are going to disagree, but, everybody's got their opinion, right? The way I had this van set up with the Blue Eddy was in the back. So to turn on the inverter, I'd have to go out of the van, open up the doors, turn it on. And at that time, basically, I could charge it by the solar panels or a generator. But to plug it into the 12-volt cigarette plug, the plug would melt. And, because it's drawing too much heat or amperage. So that wasn't a good way to charge it. So I had to rely on solar and a generator. And with 300 watts on the roof, I had to have them in series. So I didn't get a lot of solar. And when I went to 4, it's still the same problem. But now I can have them in parallel. And I get a lot more amp hours out of the 400 watts in parallel than I did in the 3 or 400 watts in series. It just it wasn't efficient, I guess. I never got very good amps out of it. This I get, and when it's sunny, I get really good solar. Today I was topped off in the batteries when I left work, and it rained all day. I got like 15 amp hours somehow today at work. Guess it must have gone off and on rain or something, but yeah, when I got out of work, all of them were at like 99%. So, I'm getting good solar. Insulating the van, I packed the rock wool into the walls. I shouldn't have done that. I was thinking more for sound deadening and everything else. Insulation value probably would have been better if I cut the rock wool in half and only use part of it. Because that, you need that gap. You can't be squished. But this thing, that heater, 8 kilowatt heater, burns me out of it. But I would do some things differently. Obviously, it was the first time I built out a van. I didn't know what I was doing. I watched some YouTube videos, and everybody was doing things differently. And I didn't have that much time, really. It took a lot longer than I thought. It was a solid month of building this out, working 10-hour days, 7 days a week. And then since then, I've done, upgrades. So if I'd had more money, I could have planned it a little better and done an electrical system off the bat.
where I had to wait. I wish I had more money, obviously, but my investments had been tanking for quite a while, and it was time either to buy a new van and do what I could, or risk not having any money. So that's what I did. I spent about $15,000. So overall, now we spent another probably close to five overall between the batteries and the inverter and bits and pieces and working on the van, shocks, tires. Another five. So, but I'm not upset at all. I wish I had more money to put into it. Wish I could upgrade to a bunch of things I want to do right now. But it'll come in time. Over the next probably year, I'll be working, saving money. Ooh, putting burnt my finger there. Put some more money into the van. I am going to upgrade to 560 amp hours of battery power. I got 2 of the 3 batteries. The BMS is working perfectly fine now. The one, and that's the one I went to ground, it still acts up. Like today, it all of a sudden it wanted to say 28% when everything was at 99. So I had to go back into the parameters, reset the one I found before that messed up the other ones, and then of course it went back up. So that one, I think I fried the BMS a little bit, something in it, you know what I mean? But it's fine. It's charges and discharges fine. Excuse me. But yeah, it's a lot of things I still want to do. I want to put another one of these lights on the back and on the other side. I want to put some kind of outdoor lighting in the front. Outdoor lighting, off-road type lighting, light bar, maybe some 9 round ones or whatever. Can't think what they're called. You know what I mean? But like Baja lights, whatever. Because I definitely need more light. I need more light driving with low beams. Maybe I should just add some like fog lights in the bumper first. That'd probably be a good idea. Maybe I'll research that. I got some on my wish list. I just kind of not really wanting to do any work right now because I don't have anywhere to work on it. I mean, I can do it out here, but it's wintertime, So I'm probably going to wait to do a lot of that kind of upgrading till the spring. We'll upgrade the batteries to 580 amp hours or 560. Because I'm probably going to get an air conditioner for the summer. Got to research those. There's the one that's 12 volt. Can't think of the name offhand right now, but that's the one I'm kind of leaning towards. But I'm going to do some research. I'm going to look at different brands. I'm not cutting a hole and putting a house air conditioner in. I think that, to me, that just looks janky. I mean, if you do it and you like it, hey, each his own. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. Just for me, it's not what I want to do. So, well, EcoFlow, maybe that's the air conditioner I'm thinking of. But we're going to do some research, like I said, and we're not just going to buy off the bat. Like I'm thinking about getting a video game thing so I have something extra to do on cruddy days, but just don't know what I want. And I thought the one you could use with a TV. Well, you can with the $400 model. A 12-volt TV is going to cost me $350. You know, ooh, that's some smoke going now. Buried some pellets. I got a lot of things I want to buy, things I wish I could afford, but I'd rather save money and try to get back on the road earlier, you know, so I can show you guys more. Do more traveling. And definitely come springtime, on our days off, we are going to, oh gosh, I buried those pellets bad. We're going to get out and explore, do more hiking and more traveling on our days off than we're able to do now. I mean, it's dark, you know, at 4:30. Luckily, we passed the winter solstice, so it's going to start getting lighter a little bit each day, which is great. Can't wait for more light. Summertime, you know, it's light from like 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. or whatever, or later. So we can definitely get out and do some things. Yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys tonight. It's my Christmas Eve, you know, I don't mind being alone on Christmas Eve. It'd be nice to have a partner, spend it, Christmas, the holiday with, but I'm fine in my own skin. So, just thought I'd just have a heart to heart with you guys tonight. Just tell you where I've kind of come, and I know a lot of you guys say it's some people they get, your videos suck, they're boring, blah blah blah. It's van life, guys. It's what it really is. It's the people that have huge subscriberships that are making big money off of YouTube. Yeah, they can travel in these fancy rigs, and yeah, I'd love to do that too. But we don't have that option. This is, for most people, if they want to live in a van, this is what it's going to be like. And I want you guys to see the real van life, of not, oh, look, it's all unicorns and rainbows. Just like in my hiking videos, I tried to show what it was really like hiking. I mean, I didn't try to candy coat it. I showed nature. It was so gorgeous. Everything was so beautiful, especially on the Pacific Crest Trails. Amazing. But I wanted you guys, to see. The Appalachian Trail, I talked about how much I wasn't happy a lot of times, I mean, you seeing me on that one, it was the same hike every day. Kind of like this for you guys now. It's the same thing every day. But at least I was still outside and traveling and hiking and enjoying myself. But I'm enjoying this. I really am, guys. If you guys have any negative thoughts because you're thinking about getting into van life, I'd do it. I really would. Depending where you live, some places are easier to find places to camp. Some places are harder. I think if you do it respectfully, show up late in a city, leave early, find a place, don't park in front of somebody's house and put up your lawn chairs, I mean, that's not being respectful. But, you find a industrial area, you park on the side of the road, you get up in the morning, you leave, nobody's going to mess with you. And, like SoCal. I've never done van life in a city in SoCal. But in Southern California, it's hard to find places to disperse camp. There are places, Most of them are in the desert. But other than that, it can be hard. I have found a lot of places in California, don't get me wrong. One of my favorite places was camping around the Kern River. Oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. 2 weeks I spent there. I could have stayed there forever. I mean, such a beautiful place. Loved it. But that place, you know, I spent my 2 weeks and left. So this is my Christmas Eve. Tomorrow you can spend Christmas with me. My Christmas. You're like January 2nd, I think. Something like that. Maybe 3rd. I don't know. But hope you guys all enjoyed your Christmas and New Year's. Hope everybody's safe. Nobody got hurt. So, all right. It's getting later. I'm going to finish my adult beverage. Burn a couple more of those little 4 chunks I got there. Maybe put a couple handfuls more of pellets in. I don't know. We'll see. Then climb into bed. See if Santa Claus can find me. I don't think he's going to. I didn't leave a forwarding address for him. But I have been good this year. I really have been. I'm trying to be more positive, helpful, kind to others. You know. All right, guys and gals. Thank you for watching, commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing, visiting the channel, coming back. I appreciate it. And you guys have a great morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. And we'll see you tomorrow for my Christmas on Jellybean Outdoors.